Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about the topic is OSA reference model. Another subject is computer network. This OSA reference model consists of 7 layers, and this is the standard model for data communication. For sharing the messages from one place to another place, this is the standard model. This OSA reference model is a standard model, and it is approved by ISO, International Standard Organization, and it is adopted by CCITT and ITU. And this OSA reference model is established in the year of 1947, and this OSA reference model was first introduced in the year 1970, and this OSA reference model consists of 7 layers. Each layer perform a unique function. Each layer has some unique functions, and this each layer has its own protocol. Normally the protocol means set of rules. For example, we are sending the messages from one place to another place. Normally we have to rule to send the messages. So each layer has some set of protocols, and each layer performs some specific function, and each layer communicates with the above layer and below layer. For example, network has many layers. For example, in a network layer, it communicates the above layer of transport layer and below layer of data link layer. Let me see one by one the 7 layer names. Here the diagram describes the 7 layers and the description of that 7 layers. For example, the first layer application layer, and second one presentation layer, third one session layer, fourth one transport layer, fifth one network layer, and sixth one data link layer, and seventh one physical layer. So these are all the 7 layers of OSA reference model. And the first one application layer, which is used to transmit data from one place to another place, and this is the very much of user interaction layer. That is application programming interface. This is a high level. The whole message, the entire, that is the original message of format is received through this layer, application layer. And next one is the presentation layer. This presentation layer monitors the syntax and semantics of transmitted information through the format of a compression encryption. So this presentation layer encrypt the original message into some secret format. And the third one is the session layer. So this session layer establishes the services between user and services. So this session layer, that is the session has to be begin, or session has to be end. So the session work done by this layer, session layer. And the fourth layer is transport layer. So what is the meaning of transport? That is transmission. Transport means we move one place to another place. So here this transport layer is a reliable transmission from end to end delivery. So this transport layer is the responsible for delivering the messages, entire messages from source to destination. And the network layer. So network layer, this one is the delivery of individual data packets from source to destination, and this network layer is also responsible for addressing and routing. Normally, there are two types of methods: connection oriented and connectionless. So this routing is established by this layer. And a network layer. So this network layer is responsible for delivery the individual data packets from source to destination. A data link layer. So data link layer is responsible for a reliable transfer of data frames from one to another. Here the data link layer receives in the form of packets and it divides in the form of data frames. So the data link layer, it divides the frames which is used to append the source address and also destination address. And final physical layer. So this layer is responsible for transmitting the original data into bits, the form of bits. Normally the bits has two, that is 0 and 1. So this physical layer receives the frames and it will be responsible for converting this frame into bits, zeros and ones. After converting this frames into bits, this physical layer transmit the bits from one to another. So these are all the OSI reference model concepts. Thank you.